What were the goals for today, and do you feel as though those goals have been achieved?
Yeah, I mean, our goals for today were, obviously we're in the middle of finals, so, whoever could be here, and, our goals are really to see where they're at before we head home for break. We don't race again for almost a month, up at Dartmouth Relays, or actually it is a month until we race again, so we just wanted to see where we're at, give them one more chance to get some competition in, keep them motivated over break, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and see if we can get some good performances out of it. And I think we achieved everything we were hoping to achieve today.
I was going to say, it looked as though you got some good performances out of it. Do you like where they're at going into the break?
Yeah, I mean, the fitness level is there. A lot of them aren't race sharp and really ready to run super fast at this point. It's more figuring out where their fitness level is at. And, we'll be race ready when it matters in February. But they did a good job today, and overall we were pretty pleased.
I was going to say, one of the fellows that jumped at me, Jim O'Brien, who won the dash, and I don't know where he placed in the 200, but certainly seemed to run a strong race. Won his heat there, but boy, he looks explosive.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a terrific first 2 meets. He won the dash last weekend at Brown. He wins the dash here. It's not a bad way to start freshman year undefeated. So, and 6:91 is a quality time this early in the year, and we haven't done much for that speed, so we're really, really pleased. And then we finally let him loose in the 200 today and ran 22:22, which is probably one of the 3 or 4 fastest times of the day from a slow section, and he's definitely explosive. You can see that pure speed coming out of him, and it's fun to watch.
I was going to say, what is his strength? Is it explosiveness? Is it a great start? Is it what?
No, right now it's just his start. We still probably have a little bit of work to do. We were talking about it after the race. Right now it's just his raw speed and raw talent, coming through. Obviously we're doing a lot more work than he did in high school, and he's adapted to it really well, and seems to be really rolling along here early in the season.
Kirsten Darsney, I think, won the high jump, either won it outright or tied for it, but
Yep.
Regardless, a personal best, she for this, and qualified for the ECACs this early in the year. That's terrific.
Yeah, and she went through some ups and downs. She had some really good meets last year, and she had some not so good meets, which for a freshman is pretty common. And here she seems to have, in practice and everything else, she's much more consistent. So I'm assuming she'll stay much more consistent in the meets, and that's pretty typical what will happen, from freshman to sophomore year.
I know we think of her as a multi-event athlete. It seems among those multiple of events, high jump's among her best.
Yeah, high jump and triple jump are really her 2 best events, and that's one of the things that we've already discussed this year, amongst the coaching staff is, do we really want to make her a multi-eventer, or are we going to be better off making her a high jumper, triple jumper when it comes to championship meets, and save the multi-events for different times? And that's something that'll probably mold itself over the course of the season.
What's her strength of the high jump? Is it? I'm always amazed at the ability to change horizontal to vertical.
Yeah, and she's just a powerful kid. I mean, you can just look at her build, and she's a big, strong kid, and she's got good pop. She doesn't have great height, but she's got okay height, and she's really got that ability to transfer, her speed into some vertical height.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks.